What's up, MFFLs? I am back, and hey, now that I'm back in the saddle, this is a perfect time to turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. First, you got to subscribe to the channel, so do that if you haven't already. But once you do, you hit the bell icon, and then you go to the settings app, scroll down, tap the YouTube icon, tap notifications, and then you turn on allow notifications, because I get DMs all the time of people asking, Harrison, I've clicked that bell icon, I'm still not getting notified when you turn on a video. Well, it's possible you just don't have notifications turned on in your settings app. So be sure to follow those steps after you subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way, you never miss a video here on Mavericks Today. You're watching Mavs Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. We've hit a bit of a, standstill, if you will, during the NBA offseason. I think Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, these guys are holding up kind of that next wave of free agency as teams await to see where those players end up on the trade market. So I thought we'd break down the Mavs' current roster as it sits right now and just kind of see how we feel and how things look at this point in time. Some of the notable additions here, obviously traded for Christian Wood earlier this offseason, signed JaVale McGee to a 3-year, $20 million contract as well. Those were two of the bigger deals. Obviously, as well, Tyler Dorsey appears to be signing soon on a two-way contract, so keep that in mind as well. Tying into that, A.J. Lawson, who played with the Mavs on the Summer League team, just signed with the Timberwolves on a two-way, so he will not be joining Dallas. You look at the projected starting five right now, and this came from an article Tim Cato wrote that sounds like Christian Wood may actually be part of the bench unit, as Luka Doncic and Spencer Dinwiddie could be starting together in the backcourt. They want to keep Reggie Bullock in the starting five, as he performed very well there late in the season and in the playoffs. Dorian Finney-Smith, and then JaVale McGee, so more of a defensive-minded starting five to at least start games out. Here's what Cato had to say in his article with The Athletic. Quote, Jason Kidd has declared that Spencer Dinwiddie and JaVale McGee will be starters, joining incumbent starters Doncic and Dorian Finney-Smith. I've been told the team's planning to keep Reggie Bullock as the fifth starter. As things currently stand, the team's splashiest acquisition this summer, Christian Wood, will come off the bench. This would be the Mavericks' nearest facsimile of the starting lineup that brought them postseason success. Two playmaking guards, two 3-and-D wings, and a tone-setting center who plays fewer minutes than his counterparts off the bench. The Mavs are trying to go big. Obviously, you bring in McGee, who's a good defensive-minded center who can block shots, can roll to the basket. Christian Wood's a guy who can play the 4 or the 5 as a scoring type of player. And I do think in crunch time, Christian Wood's going to be in the lineup more often than not. So I wouldn't put too much stock into that. We'll explore that a little bit more later on in as well. But I think when you look at that projected starting five, its length and its defensive intensity. That's kind of what I'm looking at as the Mavs start these games. Should Christian Wood be in the Mavericks starting five? What do you think? Type S for start, type B for bench. I don't really care as long as he's playing, 28, 30 minutes a game, and I think he will regardless of what his role ends up being. Let me know what you guys think, S for start or B for bench. So the second unit would likely look like this. Good size here as well. Tim Hardaway Jr., Frank Ntilikina, Maxi Kleber, Christian Wood, and Dwight Powell. Now, you look at this, and what is one glaring thing that stands out? To me, it's a true playmaking guard. Nilokina can handle a bit. Tim Hardaway a little bit, but he's more of a catch-and-shoot guy. The Mavs need a third ball handler, and if Spencer Dinwiddie is going to start next to Luka Doncic, who's that guy going to be? Could it be Jaden Hardy down the road? I think down the road it could be, but did some good things, not so good things in the Summer League. He was up and down after a great first game, didn't shoot the ball as well after that. He probably needs more time. We'll talk about him later on as well. But you need a third guy that can come in and run an offense off the bench. I do think Dinwiddie and Doncic will play with the second unit quite a bit, one of those guys, as they stagger those minutes some. But you need another playmaker. Some guys out there, DJ Augustin, Facundo Campazzo, who actually played pretty well for the Nuggets the last couple of years. Kris Dunn, Ryan Arcidiacono. Obviously, Colin Sexton's out there. We've talked about him quite a bit. These are more of those next tier of players. And quite honestly, if I look at this, Augustin probably entices me the most, but he's certainly a bit over the hill. He's always played well against the Mavericks. Campazzo could be interesting, but he played with Luka as well. Good point by producer Coop. The options are slim, if we're being honest, if you're not going to go out and get Colin Sexton or trade for somebody. So, I think the Mavs are in a tough spot. Obviously, they didn't go and sign Goran Dragic. I don't know how much Dragic has left in the tank, but I think he could have at least given you some minutes off the bench. I mean, ask yourself this. Is Goran Dragic or Jaden Hardy a better option right now? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Jaden Hardy will play some as a rookie. We'll have to wait and see. More roster breakdown in a moment here, but reminder to join the Noti Gang. Squad up here at Mavericks today because we've gotten a lot of new subscribers over the past couple of months during the NBA offseason, but a lot of you guys haven't turned on notifications. So hit that bell icon, select all, and if you're still not getting notified, because the whole benefit of turning on noties is every time we publish a video, you get notified on your phone. If that still isn't happening, follow those steps we mentioned earlier through the settings app and turn on allow notifications on YouTube. Let's get those numbers up so you guys never miss a video. All right, kind of the deeper part of the bench mob. Davis Bertans, Theo Pinson, Josh Green, Jaden Hardy. We'll go ahead and throw Tyler Dorsey in there. He's expected to be in the mix. I think these guys all offer something, but there's certainly players that are flawed, right? Davis Bertans, what's a pro of his? He can get in the microwave. He'll randomly drop 25 points in a night, but he'll also, have a night where he goes 0 for 7 from 3 and he gets cooked defensively. So he's very hot and cold. Theo Pinson, glue guy, culture guy. We know what he brings in that aspect. Can he develop into a player that can give you minutes in a pinch, right? I don't think he'll be a consistent rotation guy ever, but hey, he randomly gives you 12 minutes one night, goes 4 or 6 in the field and plays good defense. Can that happen one every 8 games? That type of player. We'll see. Josh Green, big time effort, good defender. Still has a lot of work to do. The jump shot needs work, consistency offensively. You hope he can give you more this year. Jaden Hardy, I think we saw in the Summer League, he certainly doesn't lack confidence, but the efficiency is not there yet. He certainly has some development, but there's real upside. Can he give you something as a rookie? We'll see. Tyler Dorsey, he can score. Decent, enough defender, but he's been in and out of the NBA for a reason, so we'll see if he brings something to the table as well. So you got a full roster spot, 1 2-way spot open. I still think a move is coming. I would love that move to somehow be a Colin Sexton, to give you that third playmaker. He could start, or Dinwiddie could start. I don't really care who it is. Other guy will be a heavy minutes guy off the bench and run that second-team offense. So I'm not concerned about what the role specifically is going to be, but I think Colin Sexton would be a perfect fit here. We've talked about it a lot. He would be a great Jalen Brunson replacement, and he would really I think if you added someone like him, your roster right now would be better than what it was last year. Right now, it's hard to say. Front court's better, back court probably not quite as good. So that's kind of where the Mavs sit right at this point in time. So get out the red pen. Grade the roster as it sits right now. A, B, C, D, or F. The full roster is like a B. It's not an A roster. This isn't a championship winning roster, I don't think. You made the Western Conference Finals last year. It's hard to say if this team could get beyond that as currently constructed. Could it get there again? Possibly. You got Luka Doncic. You certainly have a chance. Give us a grade A, B, C, D, or F. Now, I think the crunch time lineup in most nights would look like this, with Tim Hardaway being the kind of the wild card. If he's having a good game, he will be out there in crunch time. Maybe Reggie Bullock's not out there, or Dinwiddie's not out there, or someone else, depending on who is having an on night. I think you kind of look at this team right now, you got 6 starters. It's these 5, or really 7 if you count JaVale. But I would say these 5 plus Hardaway, I think are going to be your 6 highest minutes per game guys, and then obviously the rest of your roster as well as things currently sit. And look, obviously this team lost Jalen Brunson. But I still don't think, I look at this overall and I'm like, God, this team's way worse than last year. I think it's probably overall a similar caliber team. I think Christian Wood's a nice addition. I think JaVale McGee is a nice addition. Jalen Brunson's obviously a notable loss. I think maybe that's a net even there, but I can't sit here and say you've gotten, superbly better either overall. So we'll see. I hope another move or two is coming down the pipe. I think it's possible. We just have to wait and be patient as we move forward. All right, over under 47.5 wins. Is this what Vegas had it at, Coop? Producer Coop was in Vegas. Okay, these are his numbers. He's just throwing it out there. That feels about right. I'd probably go over. 52 wins last year, I believe, is what it was for Dallas. I think this team is a 50-win team again. Luka, I think, is going to come into camp in better shape. I don't think he'll have a slow start. So I'll go over, type O for over, U for under. As long as you got Luka, you should be winning 50 games a year. All right. We're going to throw this into the video. Adam Jones, who plays 2K and wears number 21 as his own character on 2K, he was throwing smoke at Franky Smokes because he basically said, yo, change your number so I can have my number back, as his own custom jersey. And, hey, the world, it revolves around Adam Jones. Not the baseball player, the 2K player. So, hey, do it for Adam. Tweet Franky Smokes to change his number for Adam. Frank Ntilikina there is his handle. If you're like, screw this, type F Adam in the chat. You can do that as well. I got nothing against Adam, but thought this was kind of funny. Got trending on social media. So if you're Team Adam, treat it Nilokina. If not, that's okay as well. All right. Mavs roster breakdown as it sits right now. That's what we just broke down. Get back into some news and rumors hopefully tomorrow, so stick around for that. I'm back. I've been on vacation. Appreciate Chase Sr. for filling in while I was gone. We'll crank back up our coverage here moving forward in the coming days. YouTube.com/MavsTV. That's the place to subscribe. Remember to turn on that notification bell, and we will see you soon here at Mavericks Today.